Athens, Greece. The prime ministers of Greece and Macedonia faced political storms at home Thursday, 2 days after reaching a historic deal to settle a decades-old dispute over Macedonia's name. Greece's Alexis Tsipras faces a vote of no confidence in his government, while Macedonia's Zoran Zaev is contending with the refusal of the country's president to sign off on the deal if it is approved by parliament. Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras speaks during a parliamentary session in Athens on Thursday as the Greek opposition calls a censure vote against the government in a bid to block a proposed name deal with Macedonia. Angelos Tzortzinis, AFP, Getty Images, Zaev. Tsipras agreed earlier this week that the former Yugoslav republic should be renamed North Macedonia, ending a disagreement that had prevented it from joining international institutions such as NATO and poisoned bilateral relations since the early 1990s. But the dispute has roused strong nationalist sentiment in both countries for years. Critics on both sides of the border were furious, accusing their respective prime ministers of conceding too much. Greece has long demanded its northern neighbor change its name, saying the term Macedonia implies territorial claims on its own northern province of the same name, birthplace of the ancient warrior King Alexander the Great, and usurps ancient Greek heritage and history. Article continued. Bellow opponents in Greece object to any use of the term Macedonia in their northern neighbor's name. Critics in Macedonia see any modification of the country's name as a threat to their national identity. Read more. Thousands rally in Greece to demand Republic of Macedonia change its name. Macedonia makes name change deal with a Greece. North Macedonian name deal hits hurdles right out of the gate in Athens. Tsipras faced a direct challenge to his left-led coalition government's survival after main opposition New Democracy Party head Kyriakos Mitsotakis said he would submit a motion later Thursday for a no-confidence vote. "I have an obligation before the Greek people to try to avert the mortgaging of our country's future with an agreement that is detrimental to our national interests," Mitsotakis said. "I challenge Mr. Tsipras, if he dares, to convert the motion of no confidence into a motion of confidence in the government." Article continued below. Tsipras has a 4-seat majority in the 300-member parliament, but the name deal has led to a rift within the government. The stance of Defense Minister Panos Kaminos, who heads the coalition's junior partner, the right-wing Independent Greeks Party, will be crucial. Kaminos said before the deal was announced that he would oppose the agreement in a parliamentary vote, which would leave Tsipras dependent on support from political opponents to ratify it in parliament. It is unclear, however, whether his objections to the Macedonia name deal would lead him to bring down the government by voting against Tsipras in a no-confidence motion. Mitsotakis was to formally submit the motion later Thursday, after a parliamentary vote on economic reforms, and debate was to begin Thursday evening. Meanwhile in Macedonia, Zaev was faced with a refusal by the country's president, Jorge Ivanov, to sign off on the deal if it is ratified by parliament. Such a refusal would delay the implementation of the deal, which is expected to be signed this weekend. "Such a harmful agreement, which is unique in the history of mankind, is shameful and unacceptable for me," Ivanov said in a Wednesday television address. "It violates the Constitution and the laws. I will not legalize political illegal agreements." If the president refuses to sign, the deal would return to parliament for another vote. Ivanov would have to sign off on the agreement if it is passed a second time. Up to 1,500 people held a peaceful protest against the deal outside parliament in Skopje late Wednesday, chanting "traitors" and blowing whistles. Greek opponents of the deal were planning a protest in Athens Friday, when Tsipras is set to brief parliament on details of the deal.